Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will solve the conceptual questions of chapter 3. These questions are given in your textbook. So, the first question is relate the importance of biodiversity with the natural ecosystem through examples. So, in answer we will tell the importance of biodiversity. So, in a natural ecosystem, the variety of flora and fauna are extremely important for its characteristics and survival of species. Biodiversity is important for mankind in many ways. First one is food. Biodiversity provides food for humans, for example, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, etc. Biodiversity also provides drugs for mankind. A significant proportion of drugs are derived directly or indirectly from biodiversity. For example, a wide range of medical herbs and drugs, for example, such as quinine. Next, industrial materials. A wide range of industrial materials are derived from plants. For example, building materials, we use woods for building, fibers and gums, etc. Maintaining ecosystem. Biodiversity plays an important role in making and maintaining ecosystem. For example, food linkage and formation of communities, etc. This is the answer of our first question, importance of biodiversity. Our next question is explain the aims and principles of classification, keeping in view its historical background. First of all, what is classification? We will tell. The arrangement of organisms into groups and subgroups on the basis of their similarities and differences is called classification. Now we will tell the aims of classification. The first one is to determine similarities and differences among organisms so that they can be studied easily. Second one is to find the evolutionary relationship among organisms. After that, we will discuss basis of classification. Classification is based on relationships amongst organisms, and such relationship got through similarities in characteristics. These similarities suggest that all organisms are related to one another at some points in their evolutionary histories. Okay, after that, the third question is explain the base for establishing 5 kingdoms of living organisms. The answer of the third question is that in 1967, Robert Whittaker introduced the 5 kingdom classification system. What is the basis? The system is based on, first one is cellular organization. 5 kingdom classification mostly based on cellular organization. For example, like prokaryotic, eukaryotic and multicellular eukaryotic, these type of cellular organizations. The second thing is mode of nutrition. The principal mode of nutrition, for example, photosynthesis, absorption, ingestion, etc. Next thing is number of kingdoms. How many number of kingdoms are there? There are total of 5 kingdoms. Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Animalia, Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Fungi. Next, modification. Modification of these 5 kingdoms. In 1988, Margulis and Schwarz modified the 5 kingdom classification of Whittaker. They considered genetic along with the cellular organization and mode of nutrition in classification. They classified the organisms into the same 5 kingdom as proposed by Whittaker. Next question, question number 4. Justify why viruses excluded from the five kingdom classification. Now, five kingdom classification, I have already explained why viruses are excluded, means why viruses are not included in five kingdom classification. We have to justify here why. We will write status of viruses. Viruses are at the borderline of living and non-living. Means viruses are not confirmed that these are living organisms or non-living organisms. They have both non-living and living features which distinguish their unique identity. Means that they also have living organisms characteristics and non-living organism characteristics. That is the reason that the viruses are different from other organisms. Firstly, we will discuss the non-living features. Due to their crystalline nature, they are considered as non-living organisms. Also, they are acellular. For example, they do not have cellular organization. Then we will discuss its living features. Viruses also contain DNA or RNA. They contain DNA or RNA normally encased in a protein coat, and they reproduce but only in a living cell. They cause a number of diseases in living organisms. After that, we will write conclusion that they are not considered as organism and thus are not assigned in any place in the five kingdom classification system. And next question number 5 is describe the aims and principle of a binomial nomenclature. Firstly, we will tell what is binomial nomenclature is. Binomial nomenclature is the method of giving scientific name to living organisms. Swedish biologist Carl Linnaeus first introduced and adopting the system of binomial nomenclature. His system spread rapidly and became popular. Then we will tell the rules. What are the rules of giving a scientific name to any species? Firstly, scientific names are usually printed in italic, such as I have written in italic Homo sapiens. You can see the Homo sapiens written in italic. When handwritten, और जब हम hand से write करते हैं, they are underlined. We will underline them. Second is the first term always begins with a capital letter. The species name is never capitalized even when derived from a proper name. Third one, the scientific name is generally written in full when it is first used, but when several species from the same genes are being listed, it may then be abbreviated by just using an initial for genus. For example, Escherichia coli will be written as E. coli. After that, we will tell some advantages of binomial nomenclature. Organism can be given proper scientific names by binomial nomenclature. The value of this system is that it is widely used. This system gives stability to an organism's identification. Every organism can be unambiguously identified with just 2 words. Same names can be used all over the world in all languages, avoiding difficulties of translation.